reason we are setting Lonesome Valley on the path on which it has been set is to try to preserve what we knew as young children.
The Jennings family has given to all of us by opening this place up and keeping it very similar to what it was.
We have maintained the naturalness of Lonesome Valley. That is something that we're all very proud of.
Great-grandfather E.H. Jennings visited West North Carolina in 1895 and thought that this would be a great place for industrialists from the Northeast to come and vacation. He ended up acquiring an estate of about 97,000 acres. After the land was bought in the early 1900s, my grandfather built what's known today as Lake Toxaway. And so then Dad finished school in New England at Yale. He went in the Army, and as soon as he got out of the Army, instead of going in the banking business or the coal or oil, he decided he was going to move to this property in West North Carolina, and he wanted to become a farmer. So he had the mink farm first. Then he decided after that there was so much beautiful water here that why not try the trout business? And so he started the first trout farm in the eastern United States, right here in Lonesome Valley.
One of the great things about being here is our kids feel like this is a place they're going to come for a long, long time.
We have our world-famous Canyon Kitchen. John Fleer is our incredible chef there.
It's a great facility.
Food is fabulous. People love good food, people love to break bread together, and he has created the perfect culinary atmosphere here. There's nobody who could have done it better than John Fleer.
Canyon Kitchen really captures the Lonesome Valley experience. To have that breeze blowing through the dining room, to be able to look up at the rock face, I think it speaks for itself. Whatever I'm doing certainly reflects the place, the food that's indigenous to the area, the cooking techniques that are indigenous to the area, through our own gardens, through local growers. Really, food is more about getting people together, about enjoying each other's company, about enjoying a place, and what could be a more beautiful setting to do that in than Lonesome Valley.
My childhood in Lonesome Valley was idyllic. My brother and sister and I were the three musketeers. We hit the woods. We didn't know what we had in Lonesome Valley, but I think we sure get it now.
One of the things that I think both of us really fell in love with is the fact that they're keeping this very natural.
It gives others the opportunity to experience what we grew up experiencing.
My favorite part is the 12 miles of hiking trails that we've got here that are just unrivaled.
Everybody is here for the same reason. They want to be outside, they want to enjoy this beautiful property, they want to have this sort of familial experience.
We have a little grandchild that's 4 years old. Every day she runs down to the hen house and picks her eggs up and brings them back. Of course, you know, Poppy is with her.
We have a lodge overlooking Long Lake. It's a 5-acre lake, great for swimming, fishing, canoeing.
Kids can get on the kayaks, there's paddle boat, there's a zip line that goes across, which is nothing but fun.
We have another trout fishing lake.
We created the trout pond to be a fly fishing only trophy trout facility. We've got some incredible fishing here. It's just a great experience. From the oldest to the youngest, every generation can have something to do here and really have fun.
When we first started clearing this property and creating the idea of the various spaces and a lot of green space,
we thought, what do we really want to do here? What kind of legacy do we want to leave behind? First of all, I want to conserve what we can conserve in here and try to emulate a lifestyle here that we enjoyed as children. And so with that, we decided to do bigger lots in here, roads, driveways, and house sites that are not on steep hills.
We have this beautiful farm-like setting from one direction, and the other direction we see Cow Rock and Laurel Knob.
We have now 50 landowners here, and they love family, they love the outdoor world, they love simplicity.
Lonesome Valley is just all about that, and it is very difficult to find this type of setting. This is something that's been here forever, the largest box canyon east of the Mississippi, and it's just absolutely spectacular. Our family just kept going, come on, this is the perfect spot.
came upon Lonesome and then later Lonesome Ridge, we fell in love with it.
The property had been undisturbed for the last 100 years.
We are situated on top of Cow Rock Mountain. We are next to Laurel Knob, which is the largest granite cliff in the eastern United States. Our altitude here is right at 4,300 feet. These 3 estate camps are roughly 20 acres, 30 acres, and 40 acres. We are now on camp number 1. It's a little piece of heaven up here. It's on the top of a very wide ridge, 360-degree views up here, totally private, totally quiet. Probably half the people that come up here pick Camp 2 as their favorite. It's a little bit higher than the other 2. It's where the king of the mountain belongs. It's a gorgeous site. Camp 3 is my favorite. It's the biggest camp. There are some great building sites on it, and you look right straight off into the face of Laurel Knob.
And the development of the infrastructure and getting the electricity there and getting the road systems there and getting the water, no expense was spared. You do it right and it'll last more than a lifetime and generations to come.